Hey guys, what's up? It's Annemarie, and today I literally just got back from spring break. If you want to see what I did, I have my vlog posted. I went to Miami and then Atlanta. So I feel like it's that point in the school year where you're like kind of just in the middle of things. Like you're just not in the swing of things. There's so many things going on during the spring. And it's one of those things where you're like, I know I should be doing this, this, and this, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Like this happens to me pretty often. I don't know about you guys. So I thought it would be a really good idea to try to help you guys, if you guys are in a funk, with some of my tips and tricks and life hacks for kind of just going through the motions and faking it till you make it, until you're out of that funk. So I geared this advice mostly towards school because I'm in school and a lot of people that watch my videos are in school, but you can also use it for life and motivation and other things just to help you get the ball rolling down the hill. So the first little life hack slash just tip that I have, if you're absolutely swamped with readings and you have like no time to read all the books, I went on audible.com. You're probably expecting this to be like a plug for my code. I don't have a code. I'm not sponsored. This is literally just what I did. It helps you just stay focused in on reading if you're following along. Sometimes if you're like in a huge rush, you want them to hurry up, you double the speed that they talk at. The thing that you have to keep in mind, because this is where I messed up, is that if you subscribe to a site like Audible, they charge you monthly, I think. I had gotten like a free coupon code from someone, and then my sister got like a $60 charge on her Audible account because it was hers, and she was like, Annemarie, you were supposed to cancel this. So be sure to log out of that because that was not a fun conversation that I had to have with Kelly. So this is really, really helpful for if you have things that you need to get done, but you feel like you don't know where to delegate your time. You just feel like you're not getting stuff that you need to get done. For example, I had a microphone that is on my camera right now, a broken version of this, in my drawer for 6 months, and then I started doing this method and then I replaced it 6 months later. Amazon has great customer service. What I do is I go to the calendar application on my Mac computer, and then I go to this week. And then I print 3 of these weeks. I think by default it goes from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So unless you have an event that's later than 6 p.m., it'll just print 8 to 6. So you have to create an event if you don't already have one. The first thing that I do usually is I put in any upcoming things that are due. Tests, assignments, projects, interviews, I don't know what else you would have. I fill out my class schedule because it's very different every single day. And then from there, I work around those time slots that are filled, keeping in mind to look at the next week and then the next week to see when my tests are. It's in 4 days from now, or it's in 2 weeks from now. I have this much time to study for it. Day to day, maybe I will have like a post-it note and I'll write down things that I have to finish today, and then I'll write down things that I want to accomplish this week. The first step would not be return microphone, because that gives me no way of knowing how to do that, knowing how long it'll take, any of that. So my first step was call Amazon and see if you can return this microphone. Like on Sunday night or on Monday morning, I'll plan out all the stuff that I have to do for the day of Monday. I found that this is the best way that I can utilize my entire day without wasting a ton of time just waiting around for my classes, especially since I have night classes. There are some things that you need to keep in mind when you're planning out your day on an hourly basis. Usually things and projects and homework and readings take way longer than you think it will. So never underestimate the amount of time that it'll take you to do something, and always budget for more time than you think you need. Okay, so my next life hack. It's something that you hear all the time and you're like, okay, whatever, but it really, 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 really works. So, exercise is important, okay? I will go to class, I'll try so hard to listen, and then my mind will just be like, I started paying really close attention in one of my classes, and I was like, wow, this is so weird. I've never sat through an entire class and been so engaged and taking so many thorough notes. And then it happened in my next class and then the next week, and I was like, what is going on? And I realized that the only difference in terms of like studying or just lifestyle change was exercising consistently. Do keep in mind that it does make you a lot more tired if you're not used to working out so frequently, but it really does help where it counts in the classroom and outside of it while you're studying on your own time. I feel like this app has been pretty exposed by now. The self-control app on your MacBook, it's free. You can blacklist a bunch of websites. You choose the amount of time that you're blocking it off for, and you literally cannot visit any of these websites once you blacklist them. But then also just be sure to turn off your phone. A lot of people have their messaging, like their iMessage, attached to their computer. If you're doing homework and you're deep in focus and you have a little notification pop up, something has taken your focus away from what you're doing. If you're really trying to focus, if you're really trying to do some deep learning, block all those websites. Tell your parents that you're gonna have your phone off, tell your friends where you are, and then when you're all finished, then you can check it, and that way you're in control of when you're getting these notifications, and these notifications are not in control of you. Another tip that I have is to ask teachers for help, especially in my classes in college where I have to write papers. Sometimes teachers have a really specific thing on what they want you to write, but they're not gonna just tell you like this is what you're gonna write. They're trying to make you make the connection between what they've taught you and what they want to see you write. I would go in for help, like show a rough draft of what I had or just an outline of what my paper was gonna be. And my teacher would be like, oh, okay, have you considered this point? Because obviously if they mention it, it's gonna be something that they think is important, or they can help you make connections. And usually teachers are like very willing to do that because they see that you're putting the extra effort and you have a better chance of getting a better grade. So highly recommend for any type of paper writing class. And also highly recommend for classes you want the teacher to know that you're putting in extra effort. So it's like one-on-one help from your teacher or professor, and they'll know that you're putting in the effort. So if you get down to like that borderline grade, they just might boost you. This tip is to study with friends if you're used to studying alone, and study alone if you usually study with your friends. Who I'm with makes a pretty big difference on how I'm studying. I only like to study with people who are okay with being quiet or sitting in silence, because I'm someone who, like I mentioned before, cannot have like this constant notification going off. If I'm studying in a group, I know that I have to not do certain assignments because I just won't be able to focus. But studying in groups is also really helpful for some things for me. If I'm not motivated and if I'm by myself, I can literally just sit there and do absolutely nothing. So studying with someone else is helpful for keeping you motivated. You see other people studying, you're more likely to study. If you're in the same class, someone else might understand a concept that you don't understand. You can also teach people concepts, which is proven to be one of the most efficient ways of learning a concept yourself or like remembering it. So definitely try studying in different ways. New environments, new places, new people can be really helpful in helping you focus better than just having a routine thing that you do all the time. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that these tips were helpful for you. Let me know if they were in the comments below. Subscribe to my vlog channel, Instagram, Twitter. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Oh my. The plow. The plow. Alright, this looks like some Titanic stuff.
Wait, no, I want to block.
You want to block? College